existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be.
Hey everybody. What's up? It's your girl B Sparrow, BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. I got my girl April Showers on the panel with me today. How y'all doing on this Friday? Hey, TGIF. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And shoot, I thank God for every day, for real. Hey, April.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Is she there or is she not? Is
I'm
she
here.
there or
I'm
is
here.
she not?
I'm here.
April, you there?
Today. Let's do it.
I don't hear April. Maybe she's.
I don't know why you can't hear me.
Show. Last
because
I talked to her, but as y'all can clearly see, she is on the panel. So maybe she. I know earlier we was having some issues with the sound, so maybe she working on her sound. But we have a lot to talk about today. Yes.
Hello.
So much to talk about. I just want to thank you guys for helping me to grow my channel. As most of y'all can see, April said they can't hear me. Turn the TV on real quick. Mic check, 1, 2. I can hear. I can hear.
Come back in.
You told April we can't hear her. Okay. So maybe April just hopped down. Maybe she'll be back. Hello, Jess V. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for sliding through. I really appreciate it. I was just thanking everyone for helping growing my channel. My channel is growing every minute on the hour, and I'm so thankful. I just, sometimes I love what I do. I actually went to school for this, but I didn't pursue a career in it. But I actually love doing this. A lot of times I just want to quit. But I really love doing it. I think April Showers is backstage. Let me see if we can get her on the panel.
Can you hear me now?
Like I said, I love doing this. April, are you back? Mic check,
yes.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yes, I am back. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Y'all can't hear me?
You see how everything was fine until we went live? You notice how everything was fine?
Can everybody hear me?
Live.
April,
there's something. I see that the thing around your circle is moving, so I know you're talking, but
that's what I'm saying.
Just can't hear you, sis. Just can't hear you. Hello, DJ Pete the Green.
Okay, Just V here.
Oh, Just V says she hear April.
Pan, do you hear me?
Just V, do you hear me? Well, how come I don't hear April? Oh, y'all know what? That's because I'm so stupid. Y'all,
don't say that.
Okay, I'm so silly then. Right. My computer was muted.
Okay.
I'm sitting there just talking. My computer was muted. If it ain't one thing, it's another. But how you doing, April?
I'm doing fine.
Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. Before
we got so much.
Start the show, and we get into things that are going on this week. We still want to remember Jalen Walker, who was shot 60-something times in Akron, Ohio, by the Akron police.
Right.
90 bullets was discharged. And we also want to think about those people that were shot and killed and injured in Highland Park.
Right. We're gonna talk. We got all of that coming. So we got all of that coming, girl. We got so much to talk about. And also, I want to
thank my higher power for allowing me to be here with you and your family and our YouTube family.
All praises to the Most High Yah. All praises to the Most High Yah. So, and then I wanted to talk about a couple of stories that we talked about. One that we talked about last week, and then one that we didn't talk about. I do want to get into that, And we just have a whole lot of stuff that we're going to talk about today. You know, this is so much turmoil in this world. People are just going plumb crazy. Everybody losing it. Everybody is losing it. And so we're going to grab our articles right quick. Y'all hold on while we fetch our articles. Y'all gonna get y'all some milk, some juice, some wine, some beer, whatever it is y'all do. Y'all gonna do that. And I was gonna use one of Wendy Williams' lines, but I can't do that. The lady already
no hash all allowed though.
She had her purple chair taken away. Y'all know Wendy, they sent Wendy her purple chair, y'all. Poor Wendy. Anyway. Huh? What you say, April?
Nothing.
You
No, I said you told him to go get their milk, juice, coffee, tea, wine, beer. But I said, no hat is yours now. And I'm saying that as a joke. Y'all know I like to be a little comedian.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go fetch our articles and come on back. All right. Let's do that. We're gonna do that. We'll be right back. Okay. Okay.
This is B Sparrow and BuzzzTweet Radio.
BuzzTweet Talk Radio do not own copyright for this copyrighted material, but under Section 107 United States Copyright Office, Copyright Act 1976, this video, the music and content it contains is for education and or entertainment purposes only. All right. We're black and we are back. It's your girl B Sparrow, BuzzTweet Talk Radio. April Showers on the panel, and we're doing our weekly recap. Or we call it the weekly cap. We ain't got time to be saying read. It's the weekly cap. That's what we're doing today. Going over these stories. Last week we didn't get to talk about the catfish that stabbed a little boy in the chest. We didn't talk about that, did we?
No,
I know people was like, how can a catfish stab a little boy in the chest? Well, a catfish barb is strong enough to puncture a shoe, and it can be covered in toxins. It has serrated edges that lock it in place when it feels threatened. So the little boy that was stabbed in the chest by the catfish, he will soon be released from the hospital, and he's recovering well. This happened about 2 weeks ago. His name and age was not released, of course. The mother didn't want people all up in their business. Oh, Kiki, why you do this every time I get on the mic? Kiki. She does this every time. Say hi.
Honey, they are like babies.
She does this every time.
8 years ago, I would have had a cat and been loving my cat the way.
And I'm not really a cat person. Look, why they love to put their butts in your face? She loved to come up here when I'm talking. But anyway, we were talking about the catfish. They said that the mother said they couldn't identify what kind of catfish that the little boy reeled in before it merged or managed to drive its long serrated spine nearly 2 inches deep into the little boy's chest. The needle-like spine broke off inside the boy, causing him to shake uncontrollably and leaving him not able to breathe. So the mother was on her way to take him to the hospital, but she pulled into a Denny's parking lot, real quick, and called 911, and they were able to airlift him to a hospital. The barb on the spines of the catfish will at times need to be surgically removed if they cut the skin. Now, it's unclear as to whether or not the catfish in question was venomous. I did not know that catfish were venomous. I did not know
Girl, this is the reason I fish at Walmart and Sam's and my local grocery store.
So, like I said, I did not know that catfish were venomous, but in a 2009 study, it found that at least 1,250 species of catfish are in fact venomous. Although those in North America are not fatal, the stings can inflict noticeable pain on humans. Listen, venom glands of catfish are found in the sharp and bony spines on the edges of fins and can lock into place when the fish feels threatened. When it jabs, the membrane around the venom gland cells is torn, which releases venom into the wound. And maybe this is why the Most High y'all don't want us eating catfish. Maybe this is why he says, okay, let me read it. Y'all don't believe me? Okay, Leviticus. Let me go to Leviticus.
I believe you, honey.
Let me go to Leviticus 11, verses 9 through 12. Listen to what this says. It's telling us, this is where the Most High is telling us what types of foods we are to consume, that we can eat or not. He says in Leviticus 11, 9 through 12, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the water, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses. But ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. Whatsoever have no fins or no scales. Wait a minute. It says, whatsoever have no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination to you. A catfish doesn't have scales, although it does have fins. So it doesn't have scales and fins, so it is unclean to us. So I did not know that catfish were venomous. I did not know that. So maybe that's why the Most High said we shouldn't eat them. He knows what's best for us. So maybe we should take heed to what he say. Well, I'm glad that that little boy is recovering, and maybe y'all will think about this the next time y'all go and try to grab some catfish from somewhere. I don't know why all my chit chat articles are not here. For some reason.
Again.
Go ahead.
Again, I only fish at Walmart.
So now that y'all know the story of the little boy that was stabbed by a catfish, I want to talk about Carolyn Bryant and Emmett Till. Remember we talked about her last week when they found
yes.
Yeah, I want to talk about this lady because it's getting hot, y'all. I got some
come on with it.
I got some updates.
It's been in the hundreds, so come on with some more.
Carolyn Bryant. Her name the woman that accused Emmett Till of touching her and all kinds of things. Um, about four, I did a show on her about 3 years ago, where people did not know that she was still alive. People thought that she was dead. She's alive and well, and she is in her 80s. And last week we talked about how there was a search warrant found in the basement of an old courthouse, and it was 70. That search warrant is 70 years old. I didn't say 7, I said 70. 70. The arrest warrant, a team searching the basement of a Mississippi courthouse for evidence about the lynching of Emmett Till, has found the unserved warrant charging a white woman in his 1955 kidnapping of Emmett Till, and Till's relatives who initiated the search want authorities to finally arrest her 70 years later. Nearly 70 years later. They found this search warrant in a courthouse basement. I said the courthouse was old, but it may not have been. It may have been a courthouse that's still in practice today. But a team searching the basement, like I said, found the 70-year-old arrest warrant. A warrant for the arrest of Carolyn Bryant Donham, identified as Mrs. Roy Bryant on the documents, was found, as I said, in some boxes in the basement. The search was started by the Emmett Till Legacy Foundation, and included 2 members of his family. Donham set off the case in 1955. Donham, meaning Carolyn Bryant, she's Carolyn Bryant Donham now because she remarried. She set off the case in August of 1955 by accusing the 14-year-old Till of making improper advances at a family store in Money, Mississippi. Her then husband, Roy Bryant, and his half-brother kidnapped Till, who was 14 at the time, and then beat him, shot him, and threw his body into the Tallahassee River. The 2 men were acquitted at the trial. They were acquitted at the trial. And this happened in 1955, and people are still seeking justice for Emmett Till's murder. In fact, protesters descended on a senior living housing site looking for Carolyn Bryant, who is tied to the case. They went looking for her, y'all. Y'all hear me? They went to this nursing home in North Carolina. I think it's in Raleigh. And they went looking for Carolyn Bryant. Now, y'all gonna make the lady go into hiding again, because y'all do know that she was in hiding for a long time. That's why nobody knew that she was still alive. See, black people can't do nothing in decency and in order. Calm down. Why are y'all going to look for her? Y'all gonna make them hide her again. Jeez.
No, they need to go look for her. They didn't have no problem arresting Bill. Bill was damn nearly blind. They arrested him. Find her, hunt her down. If she's in a nursing home, she can't go too far this time. I don't care if she's 100 years old. Bring her to justice. No, I don't care if she's in a nursing home on oxygen. I don't care. They have not cared. They did not care when her son was brutally murdered. And his mother allowed his funeral. She allowed the world to see how they disfigured his face. Now, those people in Mississippi knew this woman had lied. They were going to arrest her then. Okay, baby, just like they do our people. They come back 56 years. Go get her. Matter of fact, I wish I had the money. I would go down there to the nursing home and I will be standing out front demanding for her arrest. So Emmett Till and his mother may rest in peace.
Well, they're gonna hide her again now because it's out, everything is out in the open. Listen, dozens of protesters searched for the woman accused of sparking Emmett Till's lynching, including some who even entered a Raleigh senior living center after a decades old arrest warrant was found last week in the case. Demonstrators on Wednesday wanted a face-to-face with Carolyn Bryant Donham, now in her 80s and living in North Kakalaki, honey. First, the group went to a North Raleigh apartment, which they thought was her last known address, according to WRAL. Then they descended on a senior living facility with one protester reportedly said, "Time to face your demons. Come on out." They are really after her.
Yes.
They are really after her, April.
As they should be. As they should
Wow.
be. Can someone bring the picture up of his body in that casket? Did you see how his face was based upon her lie? See, this is what I'm saying. There is no law against lying. So he lied. Look what happened to him. So it's okay because they lied.
They shot him.
No crime.
They shot him. They beat him. And they tied a what do you call those? I think it was a boat propeller around his neck and threw him into the Tallahassee River. And then so they put a memorial there, right where he was killed at. And for years, white people met at that memorial and shot up that memorial. Every time they would fix it, white people would go back to that memorial and shoot it, pull it up, throw it in the Tallahassee River. Well, now they have made it bulletproof. They made it bulletproof and they put a siren around it so that if anybody come near it, the siren goes off. There's plenty of video now on YouTube where you can see white people going to his memorial to shoot it up, but a siren goes off and they leave. I mean, they will come in droves just to shoot up the memorial of Emmett Till.
Now, isn't that awful?
That's awful.
And we warned about them going to the nursing home protesting. They don't care about shooting up his memorial. Arrest her on sight. I don't care if, like I said, oxygen tank can barely walk in a wheelchair. Arrest this lying woman who caused the death of Emmett Till. Let her serve that warrant. Let that warrant be served to Carolyn Bryant from Mississippi. Let that warrant be served. There is no statute of limitations in Mississippi on a murderer. Let this woman that caused this man's death to be charged.
And so some demonstrators even went inside of the building where they thought she lived at, and the residents, according to this article, the residents watched in bewilderment. And the local police showed up minutes later, and the center was placed on a brief lockdown. The warrant was reported back when it was issued, but never served. Listen to this, April. The warrant that they found, the 70-year-old warrant that they found, was never served, with a local Mississippi sheriff telling reporters that he didn't want to bother her as the mother of two young children.
Look at Emmett Till's face.
Unrecognizable.
Look how his mother. I mean, back when I was coming up, and that's why I traveled all over the world. My first trip was to Hawaii. We went to East St. Louis, Memphis, and Mississippi. Can you imagine sending your child to Mississippi to be with relatives, and next thing you know, you get a phone call, your son was killed? Ma'am, we can't even really identify his face is messed up. Can you imagine how his
No.
mother felt? I want justice and peace
Well, the Justice
for
Department.
Emmett Till, his mother, and his family because she lied. Lied. Time to face, time to face your lying actions and what your lying actions cause. You liar, 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 pants on fire. I'm so sick of, these people that have lied, and you cause things to happen to people. Lying has caused people to lose jobs, lose homes, have a person killed. You slept with a man. I mean, this has got to be stopped. Hold these liars accountable. Go arrest that woman.
And so the Justice Department closed an earlier investigation into the case last December with no charges filed, but demonstrators said they will keep on looking for Donham until the end. They will keep searching for her. So there you have it. Carolyn Bryant still alive and well. People don't know that she's still alive. A lot of people walk right past her and wouldn't know what she looked like today. I would, because I did my research. I hope they get justice for Emmett Till. The daughter-in-law said that. So Carolyn Bryant allegedly admitted that she lied, and the person that wrote her memoir was in the room when she said it, but he wasn't recording. He just started writing notes down, and the FBI has his notes. So this case is going to be reinvestigated, and let's see if anybody would be brought to justice for the murder of Emmett Till. Okay. Okay. All right, April. What you got?
Well, what I got is Derek Chauvin is the police officer that's put his knee on George Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds.
Wow.
He had state charges, Derek Chauvin. But now the federal government came in and he was found guilty. The federal government came in and charged Derek Chauvin for violating George Floyd's civil rights. George Floyd was found guilty and he is sentenced to 21 years in federal prison. So they will soon be moving him from that state prison to a federal prison. So they are.
So does he have more charges coming towards him?
Moving him from state prison to a federal facility is because being that George Floyd was a former cop, that he was having run-ins with people he put away that was in the state prison. So they're moving him to the federal prison for a safer state. So, shouts out, and I'm not going to give them. I do want to thank the United States government for prosecuting this man and the people that found him guilty. But the United States government has a lot of wrongs that they have to right, which including going to pick up the liar who lied on Emmett Till. Go arrest Carolyn Bryant.
Yep.
Go arrest her. I don't care if she's on oxygen or in a wheelchair. But we do want to thank you. They did give us a little bone. They throw us bones. They're not consistent. So
I don't think 21 years is enough time for Derek Chauvin. That's a slap on the wrist.
I mean, 9 minutes and 29 seconds, and he sat there with his hands in his pocket like he had won a prize.
Yep, with that smirk on his face.
Messed up with seeing him doing that.
I'll never forget that smirk on his face.
I'll never forget that. That will be forever etched in my mind. And we were in the middle of COVID. You remember, B? I went downtown Chicago. Honey, we protested in Chicago. So, hey. So let's see. He got 21 years.
Not enough.
His knee to George Floyd's neck. And they gave R. Kelly 30 years. Okay. Just thinking out loud. Don't pay me no attention. All right, moving right along.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What we got next?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
What you got next, sis?
What I got next? Okay. What I got next is Nipsey Hussle killing. Again, to former criminals that have hustled in the streets, and you have done everything under the sun, and you decide that you're going to change your life, you have got to leave the hood. If you decide to open a store in the hood, and I want to make this clear, the views expressed on this show are those of Darlene April, not of B Sparrow Talk or BuzzzTweet Radio. If you have any problems with what I say, please contact me, not them. So, back to what I was saying. When you leave the hood and you want to help the hood and open the store, you send someone else to run that store. Because you can't go back to the hood with people that you done gangbang with, y'all done jacked people with, y'all done stuck up people, and you cannot get smart with these type of people that are still out here in the streets. Because the first thing they're going to do is first they're going to be mad and angry. Because, see, You done already left the hood. So they're mad because you done elevated. And then they're going to be mad because who are you to tell them? And y'all done robbed together or you done did some stuff in the past.
Right.
So this is the type of reaction you get from people that don't want to see you elevate and you have left the hood. Leave the hood, never to return. So anyway, Nipsey Hussle's killer, you know, he's been attacked in jail, you know, with the razor. Uh, they beat him in his head. Okay. So he was found guilty of first-degree murder. Okay. So Eric Holder Jr., he has been found guilty of first-degree murder in the 2019 killing of rapper Nipsey Hussle. A Los Angeles County jury today also convicted the 30-year-old Holder on 2 counts each of attempted voluntary manslaughter and assault with a firearm involving 2 other people who were injured in the March 31st, 2019 shooting. Holder also was found guilty on 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon. Holder had admitted gunning down Hussle in front of the musician's South Los Angeles clothing store, but he maintains the killing was an impulsive act committed in the heat of passion, as his attorney, Aaron Jansen, argued during the trial. A heat of passion. Negro, you don't tell me to get away from here. And you was an ex-gangbanger. You don't tell me what to do. And you done robbed folks and sold dope. See, this is the mentality of some of these people. And I believe it was a heat of a passion. But the district attorney, John McKinney, said that the killing was cold-blooded and calculated. They said he wasn't consumed by rage. Well, I'll be quiet for a minute. What did you say now?
So what was his reason for killing Nipsey Hussle? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There never should be a reason for murdering anybody unless it's in self-defense.
Well, because Nipsey said something smart to him, you know, like get away from the store or something, you know, or we don't do that around here. You know, he said something smart. I don't know if the guy was maybe, you know, who knows? Maybe he was trying to sell a little weed in front of the store. Or, you know, maybe they were standing in front of the store. But Nipsey said something to him that Eric Holder got mad about because he looked at Nipsey Hussle as still a criminal. And so what? Because you done made it. You done come back and opened up a store. You're dating a beautiful woman, Lauren London. He was not thinking like that. And then Nipsey called him a snitch. Well, you know, I'm so sick of people calling people snitches. Nipsey was working with the police. So what was he? You know, these people killing me talking about snitches and rats.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not know who Nipsey was until after he got murdered. I had heard a song by him, because he has a song on the Grand Theft Auto track. I've heard, but I didn't know it was him, and didn't know who he was until after he was gone.
Oh, he had a song, F. Donald Trump. He had some good stuff, but like I said, you know, he had turned his life around. You know, he was working with the police, trying to help the community. So how you gonna call somebody a snitch? They probably looked at you like a snitch. My opinion, my thoughts, you know, because anytime you work with the police, even if it's the betterment of your community or your hood, people will always think you are a snitch. So for him to call him a snitch wasn't cool, in my opinion. Because he was working with them people. So who was snitching? Hey, Poetic Stands, I am Queen. Yeah.
Yes, I just wanted to actually. I was waiting for you to pause so I could shout out the chat room. Shout out to Just V in the building. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me get my hand clap. Shout out to Just V in the building. We got Just V. We got DJ Pete the Greek.
Yeah. We love you, fans from Greek.
Pete, all the way from Greek. He listening all the way from Greek, y'all. That's what's up with the internet. From what I say, Greek? I'm sorry, y'all. Lord, forgive me. From Greece. Jeez. Have mercy on me, Lord. Have mercy on me, Lord. Who else we got in the chat room right quick? April, let me wait.
I am Queen Newton.
I am Queen in the chat.
Doing your shirts next week and interviewing you. So
yep. We got Kay Curtis and Queen in the chat. Let me get my clap.
Hey, Poetic Sins, I need you to check out Poetic Sins. She is on Spreaker.com. Let me try to find a link to her
Poetic
show.
Sins, welcome to the show. Good to see you. I will be checking you out because I am on Spreaker too. In fact, y'all can find me on Spreaker via my BuzzTweet.com website. Just go there, and my Spreaker is right there. Y'all can hear what I got to say over there on BuzzTweet.com. Yep. I'm excited, y'all. We got a lot of things coming, a lot of stuff going on. I'm excited. Did I miss anyone in the chat room so far? No, we got everybody. All right, y'all. I just want to thank y'all for helping me to grow my channel. It's growing, and I'm working hard. We over here working hard, trying to give y'all some quality news. In fact, speaking of quality news, what else you got, April? What else you got? You rolling the
Girl, check this out. You know I be on all this entertainment. I be all on YouTube, Google, everything.
Everywhere.
Now check this out. Brittany Griner.
WNBA. Griner, yeah.
Who works plays basketball for the WNBA, has been playing overseas because they pay women in basketball more money overseas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And $50,000 a year, which is $250,000. Now, Brittany Greer or Griner. I don't know why every time I look, I think about Pam Greer. I don't know. But Brittany Griner was arrested for having hash oil.
What?
She has been detained. She went to trial and she pled guilty.
So weed is illegal over there.
Well, it's she had hash oil in a vape cartridge.
Oh, she had hash.
Hash oil in a vape cartridge.
Didn't Just
Now,
V say? Didn't Just V said?
Yeah, she just said she could use a little hash. That's why
Lord,
I said,
have
don't go to Russia. Don't go to Russia. Now check this out. Now Griner, she 31. Now she's 6'9".
Damn.
Okay, you black, you got a lot of tattoos. Now you think these people not gonna be stopping you at the airport?
Wow.
And actually, 2 years. I've done my research on this. The 2 years that they want to give her for having had his oil is a lower sentence than what they give in the United States.
What? Just V said it's concentrated weed oil. She said she'd like it.
Yeah. And so Brittany Griner, wife, Sherelle, you know, they wrote Joe Biden a letter, like Biden really cares about black people. You know, he showed y'all what he thinks about black people. He's yet to meet with Ice Cube. They made an Asian hate bill. There's still no black crime bill or African American bill, whatever we calling ourselves. You know, we don't went from black to colored to Negro. I don't know, but no bill has ever been no hate crime bill has ever been passed for blacks. And the few blacks that he has appointed since he has been in office has been those of the alphabet people, and the women, they are married to other races. My opinion, my thoughts only, but Joe Biden does not care about black people. So the president, he's called Brittany Griner's wife, Cheryl Griner, to let them know that they will be trying to bring her home as soon as possible. You know, she wrote a letter saying that I voted for you, I believe in you. You know what? Let me just read some of this letter.
Okay, read the letter. But what I didn't know was that she was over there playing basketball. I just thought she was over there
playing
training or something.
WNBA. She plays basketball. See,
right.
I mean, and if you see this picture of her, this woman is 6'9". She damn nearly 7 feet, right? She got tattoos over her body. You think them people not gonna search you? You already standing out.
Wow.
So what she did in her letter, she called on Biden to get her and others who are detained in Russia home. Me personally, I feel like she should have got in touch with Donald Trump. Donald Trump had a relationship with Putin.
Right. So I don't understand why Russia is holding her, man. Why don't they just well,
Well, she committed a crime over there.
right, she did commit a
I mean,
crime.
that's like if people, they come over here, they search their bags and stuff.
Yeah,
We
you're right.
have a lot
Right.
of people from other countries that's in jail for trying to bring in drugs. They say it's a little hadishaw, but
So
it's
let me ask you this. Do you know whether she was just training with the WNBA over there, or was she
no,
actually
she's been
playing
playing over there for a while.
with the
She's been
team
playing
with the Russian?
basketball overseas for years.
Okay.
Yes, for years. So this is the letter she wrote. As I sit here in a Russian prison, alone with my thoughts and without the protection of my wife, family, friends, Olympic jersey, or any accomplishments, I'm terrified I might be here forever. Griner wrote, please do all you can to bring us home. I voted for the first time in 2020 and I voted for you. I believe in you. I still have so much good to do with my freedom that you can help restore. Griner, 6'9", two-time U.S. Olympic gold medalist and seven-time WNBA, which is the Women's National Basketball Association, All-Star with the Phoenix Mercury. She has been detained in Russian prison since February 17th when authorities apprehended her at an airport near Moscow and accused her of carrying haddish oil and vape cartridges. Her arrest was 1 week before Russia invaded Ukraine. Now, get this to add more to the story. First she wrote to Joe Biden. I think she should have wrote to Donald Trump. Now you got the Phoenix Mercury head coach, Vanessa Nagard. Now she done criticized the United States response to Griner's detainment, arguing if Griner was a male athlete like NBA star LeBron James, she would be back home. What do you guys think about that? Don't throw LeBron James' name in here. I don't think LeBron James would go over to another country with haddish oil and vape cartridges.
Well, she might be right though.
But if he was LeBron James, he would be home. And then they're also trying to say, since she's part of the alphabet community.
And not only that, she's a woman. It just seems like they were
so
probably
they don't go all out about the alphabet people over there in Russia like we do over here in the United States of America. So, what are your thoughts? Do you think that if it was LeBron James, he would be home. And
I
do
think
you
so.
think with her being part of the alphabet community has an effect on her being detained?
I think not because she's from the LGBTQ community, but because she's a woman and she's black. And then she's from the LGBT community. But I think it's because she's a woman first. They probably would have had LeBron James home, especially during playoff season 2. Yeah, they would have had LeBron James home real quick.
Well, I think because she's black first, then a woman, then part of the alphabet people.
My daughter said even if LeBron James was a woman, they would have got him over here fast because of his celebrity status and his money, his fame.
Yeah. Now, we've all seen Jesse Jackson and all of these other people. They went and got people released from other
Right?
countries.
But
So
you
why
know,
is it that nobody, you know, has been going over there advocating for her release?
that's a good question. That's a great question. Where is Bobblehead Al Sharpton at? Where is
Now you got a
Moonhead
lot of
Big Trump
people
at?
saying, hey, she went over there to another country with it was point 0.7. Uh, might not be a lot to us, but it's a lot to them. You in another country. Just be you say they act like she was smuggling heroin. Well, but it was their country. It's their country, their rules. I am not getting on no plane taking stuff nowhere, and I'm going to another country.
So wait. So she was already there. So where did she get the stuff from? Did she get it from that country?
I don't know.
She was already there, so she had to have gotten it from that country. I mean, did they arrest her at the airport? Did they find it they arrested her at the airport, right?
Yeah, that's what the article said.
Oh, okay. And where was she
I
going?
guess she was going back to she was at in Russia. They arrested her in the Russia airport. So what she was doing probably, was bringing some back home. She had the Russian good, and I'm gonna bring some back home so my friends could see what they got over there in Russia. But hey, it don't work that way. Hell, Russia arrested her butt.
Mm,
Yeah.
wow, that's interesting. Well, I hope they get her home, or I hope she make it back safe. I don't know what else to say except for like they used to say on that theme song of Beretta, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
So that's I don't know what to say. All I know is um, if I'm over in another country, Darlene April will not be bringing back nothing. No haddish oil, no mushroom. I don't care what y'all want. I don't care how good they say it is over there in Russia. I ain't bringing no samples back for nobody. I'm not doing nothing. Not over in another country. So, yeah. But I think they messed up. I think they will get better results reaching out to Donald Trump. Trump was friends with Putin. Hey, they should write to Trump and tell Trump to be like, hey, we might help you get elected. Don't say you will help him, because them Trump supporters, they're about as crazy as these RSK supporters. They'll kill your ass. So, I think they should get in touch with Donald Trump, tell Trump, we would
what would Trump
there's
gain?
some Trump buttons if you decide to run. We'll
What
do
would Trump
something,
gain?
but we're not gonna guarantee, because, like I say, we see how the Trump supporters are. Hey, they invaded the Capitol. They believe what Donald Trump told them, that to vote.
Just V said, I hope they can get her home. I think Russia was purposely looking for Americans to arrest, since they know they were about to invade Ukraine. But what would Donald Trump gain from going over there to get Brittany? What would he gain from this? He's not. Is he running? Is he going to be allowed to run after these Capitol riots, court cases, and all of that? I'm just saying.
Girl,
Trump ain't gonna do something for nothing.
Would be able to do anything. Them people that seen them folks on national TV, what they did, and they still refuse to believe that Donald Trump was behind that. I told you, these people, they got some of the craziest supporters. From Donald Trump supporters to R. Kelly supporters. Girl, they nuts.
Oh, well. What else you got for us today before we take this quick break? We're already into an hour. Time is flying. Thank you guys for listening. It's B Sparrow and April Showers, BuzzTweet Talk Radio, DRT Radio. We're doing the weekly cap. We get together every Friday, God willing, and we do this thing here. That's just what we do. So what else you got, April?
Oh, that's it for me. That's it. Well, this week, like I said.
Oh, you mentioned Nicki Minaj.
Oh, my goodness. How could I forget? Hold on, y'all. Can we take a break for a minute? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Hold on. So now, check this out. Now, y'all see Nicki Minaj and her handsome husband. And we all know people have a past. Their past does not define them. So Nicki Minaj's husband, and his name is Kenneth Petty. He was sentenced to probation and home detention. Now, I will have to say, Kenneth Petty, now you should have had more sense than this. Now, you knew that you had moved to a different state. Now, you should have went and registered as a sex offender. That's simple. That's all. Now, I understand that this crime happened in the 90s. It's 20-something years old. But you are still a sex offender, and you have to register when you move to a different state. So since he did not register as a sex offender, when he moved from New York to California, and he moved to California in July of 2019. He had 10 days to do that. The first day I stepped on California soil, the state of California soil, my feet touched the ground, it would have been at the office to register as a sex offender. You know you got to do this, dude. Now come on.
Do you know
he was sentenced to 3 years of probation and 1 year of home detention.
Wow. Do you know why he became?
Huh?
What is the story behind how he became a sex offender anyway? Do you know?
Well, in 1995, when he was 16 years old, a young kid, you probably couldn't tell nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Petty tried to assault a woman. He did do something to the woman because he served prison time for it. But anyway, the woman that he sued, the woman that he did this assault on,
allegedly,
once him and Kenneth and Nikki got together, allegedly, they were trying to ask her, yes, to drop the charges and say that he did not assault her. So the woman filed a lawsuit against Nicki Minaj.
What?
And her husband. Now, the lawsuit as of today, Nicki's name was dropped from the lawsuit. Yes, Just V. Petty was convicted of first degree
eighth grade.
Rape.
Eighth grade.
In New York.
We ain't gonna say the R word. We gonna say eighth grade.
Yeah, when he was 16 years old. But see, check this out. Now listen to this. Now listen to the words. Petty was convicted of first degree attempted rape in New York in 1995. It said attempted rape. Now this is when he was 16. So he served time in prison for that offense. So I guess he must have tried to rape her, didn't get away with it. But he was 16 and he attempted to rape someone.
Okay, can we say eighth grade instead of saying that word? Can we just say eighth grade?
Huh?
Never mind. Just keep going.
Yeah. You know what? Oh, I know what you're saying, like date rape. Hold on. Let me look up what they what they
That's
say.
not what I was saying. I was just speaking pig Latin.
Oh, okay. So.
Right, just me. She get it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. 16 years old. Mm, I don't, well, everybody had, I don't even know what to say, y'all. Everybody has a past. But you got to stay in the house. He got to stay in the house for a year.
Yeah, he was 15. Both he and the victim, they both were 16 years old.
Wow.
He was sentenced 18 to 54 months in the state prison.
So wait.
Both of them were 16 at the time. The woman's name.
Wow, and he have to register as a sex offender?
Okay.
Wow.
The
Come
lady's
on,
name,
man.
her name is Jennifer Houga, a woman who alleges she was sexually assaulted by Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, filed a lawsuit against the couple. The suit filed in New York claimed she was pressured to recant the incident that she alleges took place in 1994.
That's interesting. Well, of course, he and Nikki grew up together, right?
See, I'm assuming.
I believe they were childhood friends. They knew each other, if I'm not mistaken. I just hope it works out. I mean,
This lady said that she has not been able to work. She has severe depression, paranoia, constant movement harassment, and threats. Now, these are the details of the case now. Now, this occurred in September of 1994. According to documents, the victim had been walking to school when Petty walked up behind her, pressing an object to her back and instructed her to keep walking. Next, the two eventually arrived at Petty's residence. He then allegedly forced her upstairs and began to rape her at knife point. The victim then struck him with a bottle to escape. Upon his arrest, Petty denied the rape allegation per the court documents. Following the assault, Jennifer went to school and immediately reported the incident. A close friend then picked her up from the hospital and gave her a ride home. Once she was back home, she told her adoptive mother what happened. Jennifer added, Petty's parents responded to his arrest by telling her adoptive family that the two were dating. According to Jennifer, the two were not a couple. Months after Petty's arrest, His friends reportedly harassed her family so aggressively that her adoptive aunt brought Jennifer to the courtroom to drop the charges. She did not drop the charges. Instead, she moved to Florida while the case proceeded. In 1995, Petty was convicted of one count of attempted rape in the first degree, assault in the second degree, unlawful imprisonment in the second degree, and criminal possession of a weapon. He was given an 18 to 54-month prison sentence, but served nearly 4 years before his release in January of 1999. So he was released in 1999. This is the year of 2022. So 23 years ago, he was released from prison. Over a year ago, Nicki Minaj announced that she was officially married to Kenneth Zoo Petty. Nicki is very happy to be, she's happy with him. Also, once Nicki married him, fans already knew that Petty was a registered sex offender. So when people started talking about her and she started getting backlash, she said that her husband had been wrongfully accused of attempted rape at the age of 15. So,
wow.
So, and also, the victim allegedly was supposed to have wrote a letter to the judge to recant her statement. But when she found out that she could go to jail for 90 days, she didn't recant.
So she said after all these years, she still haven't been able to work.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting right there.
Yeah.
Like, that's interesting. But I'm gonna keep my thought to myself.
And so,
Woo!
he was a young kid, you know, 15, 16. But again, if this allegedly happened, if it really did happen, you know, some say they were dating, some say they weren't. You know, she has had to live with this. Now, if it didn't happen, because they said that she was going to recant her story, but then she would have had to do 90 days in jail.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll
So
see.
she's trying to say that now y'all crazy. Y'all is crazy. I'm looking at these comments. Y'all crazy. But check this out. I mean, now she's trying to say that since he's married to Nikki now, that they've been harassed and everything. So hey, you know, Nicki Minaj got money. I'd be messed up too. So
that's what V said.
baby, you know, I ain't been able to work. If you love this man that much, pay me. Pay me, pay me. I ain't been able to work.
So y'all think
me now? You know, hey, this her lick. It could be. See, this is why I say I am so glad I never got hooked up with these rich and famous people. Like, she's been quiet, but once he married Nicki Minaj, everybody's harassing her now. So, and the kid, you know, they were kids, 15 and 16. You know, how many girls didn't try? Now, I'm not saying that they should have been attempted rape, but how many boys tried to kiss you at 15 or 16 that you didn't like? Or what if they really was a couple? You know? Things we'll never know, and things that make you go, because now all of a sudden, woo, I'm traumatized all over again.
Wow, like I just hope
both of them
get it together. I hope they get it together, y'all. I really do. But we really need to move on because we got a lot more stories to go.
I'll mute my mic and
we can ready to take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break. Let me get my spaghetti.
Yeah.
Together and my soft drink. Let me get everything ready. Okay?
Right, y'all going to get y'all some snack on. Okay. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back, y'all. Hold on.
This is B Sparrow and BuzzzTweet Radio.
Lately, I've been using my phone to earn some extra cash for groceries, for hair care products, for cleaning products. You heard me right? I used my cell phone to earn extra cash. How do you do that, B? I'm so glad you asked. Let me tell you how. I installed the ModeApp on my phone. This app is available in the Google Play Store as well as Apple Store. Once the app was installed, I set up my Mode account and started playing music from some of my favorite artists. It's amazing that I made money just by listening to my favorite songs. And you can do this anywhere, while out and about, while traveling, or even while you are working. Search and play music from over 100,000 radio stations. Earn Mode coins while playing music and games on your phone. Redeem for Amazon or PayPal cards. You can also redeem for Visa gift cards and more. I personally prefer to use PayPal, and I cash out about $40 a month. All I had to do was listen to music and they gave me money. You can do the same thing. Hey, you're going to be on your phone anyway. Might as well get paid for it. Install the ModeApp today. An installation link can be found in the description box below. All right, all right. She's black and she is back, honey. That was a nice little break right there, y'all.
Yeah,
Ooh, I
thank
hope
you.
y'all. Yes, I needed that. Okay, I hope y'all enjoying y'all day. It is Friday, the weekend. I hope whatever y'all do it safely. Make it home safely. Now, if y'all out there working, get home safely. You know, it's the Sabbath at sundown, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Um, you good, April?
I'm good. You
you
good?
got your spaghetti and your drink?
Girl,
Yeah, I'm
yes.
good. I'm good.
My
Look,
son been taking good care of me.
um, I
It's
forgot to I forgot to talk about this one story in the chit chat, and I know y'all heard about it. Remember, I think it was last week when they found that tanker full of migrants. Did you hear about
oh
that?
yeah. Sorry
Yes,
about that. Let me mute my mic.
girl.
So
Listen,
nobody hear me
tell
chewing.
y'all, these criminals getting wise now. They think they smart now. Listen to this, y'all. Um, Two men arrested in deadly migrant smuggling case could face the death penalty. The two men, 53 migrants who perished after being abandoned in a tractor trailer. They 53 Texas native Homero look, listen, he Homer for now, okay? Because I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name. Y'all want me to try? Okay, it's Homero Zamareno, but he
Okay, that
Homer right now.
sounds good to me.
All
Sounds
right,
good to
okay.
me.
He Homer right now. So Homer, who is 45, he was arrested on criminal charges. They spotted him hiding in the bushes after attempting to flee the scene. They got Christian Martinez, who's 28. They caught him discussing the smuggling attempt over the phone. A worker heard cries coming from the back of the trailer because the doors was partially open, and he heard people crying out. I think there was 53, unless the death toll has gone up, because this happened like 2 weeks ago. 53 migrants who died as a result of being abandoned in the truck without air air conditioning, or water. So the suspected driver, who was driving the truck, Homer, the truck that was packed with suffering migrants, he pretended to be a survivor, y'all. They said he might have been on drugs. He pretended to be a survivor. If that ain't some NCIS, I'm telling y'all, this is some NCIS ish. He pretended to be a part of the people that, well, the ones that survived. They ended up dying later on at the hospital. So none of them survived. He tried to pass himself off as a victim to evade authorities. And they say he may have been under the influence of drugs. We identify him as 45-year-old Homer, who is a U.S. citizen, by the way. He is a U.S. citizen. He was detained in a field near where the tractor trailer was discovered in an industrial area of San Antonio. Mm, mm, mm. The other two that was with him, Juan Francisco and Juan Claudio. That's all I'm gonna say right now, because like I said, I ain't trying to pronounce these names. They are two Mexican nationals in the United States illegally. The trailer was discovered near a stretch of railroad tracks after a worker, like I said before, heard a cry for help. First responders discovered 45 migrants dead in the truck. 7 others died later. Mm, mm, mm. Officials said there were no signs of water or working air conditioner in the vehicle, even as the temperatures in San Antonio hovered around 100 degrees that day. Mm, 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 mm. Wow. Smugglers frequently ferry migrants who have already crossed the border on foot, heading north, or in car trunks or tractor trailers to avoid detection at the migrant checkpoints. Mexican officials and U.S. Representative Henry Cuellar, who is a Texas Democrat, y'all know them Democrats, anyway, said the truck passed through a Border Patrol checkpoint northeast of Laredo, potato, uh, on Interstate 35. The truck's passage was captured by security cameras. Officials said the truck was filled with 67 migrants, and the dead included 27 Mexicans, 14 Hondurans, just 7 Guatemalans, and 2 people from El Salvador. In 2017, 10 people died after they were left in a tractor trailer outside of Walmart in San Antonio. Remember that? The driver, James Matthew Bradley Jr., was sentenced to life in prison without parole. And in 2003, 19 migrants died after they were abandoned in a trailer at a truck stop south of San Antonio. The driver, Tyrone Mapleloff Williams, he was convicted and is serving a sentence of nearly 34 years in prison. So, y'all, these criminals are getting smart, honey. They getting smart. Let me give y'all another example. Well, this is not an example of criminals getting smart, but this is an example of a dumb criminal. This one right here. Why we found this article of a nurse who was suspended after having a relationship with a highly vulnerable psych patient. A nurse. A psychiatric nurse has been suspended after she formed a personal and intimate relationship with a highly vulnerable patient and then lied about it to authorities. Jacqueline Stratton. Somebody said that sounds like a porn name. Jacqueline Stratton is her name. Is it Jacqueline or Jaslyn? Jacqueline. Because it's going on 2 o'clock, 2 hours. Jacqueline Stratton was working in regional Victoria, Australia, when she began a 6-month relationship with a patient under her care. This man was under her care, a psychic patient. Now, when me and my husband was doing this story, I mean, we weren't trying to be funny, but it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. We tried not to laugh. We tried not to laugh, but it's kind of funny. Can you imagine a nurse having a relationship with a psychic patient? So, y'all, the relationship included regular personal contact, social activities, intensely personal text messages, using fake names. Oh, and sex. Can't forget the sex. Can't forget the sex. Originally, Stratton said it was a friendship that had ceased, but it was clear that the patient was far from accepting that the relationship had to cease. He was not having it, y'all. He said, oh, hell to the now, now, now. You ain't going to stop this and think you're going to get away with it. Oh, not today. Curtis, why you looking at me like that? Okay, it's not funny, y'all, because let me get serious, y'all. It's not funny. So, it's funny. I'm sorry. Her employer only learned of the true nature of the relationship when the patient reported it. So he said, if you're going to break this off, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it. He threatened to tell it. As a matter of fact, he told it. He told it. Miss Stratton, her employer, accepted her false statements at first and her apology and gave her a warning and an education paper to complete. I don't know what that really means, an education paper to complete. Maybe she had to write about, what went down and educate herself or not to ever let it happen again. But somehow she wrote in detail in that paper what went down between the two of them, honey. Mm. Y'all. That was kind of dumb of her. I'm sorry. We talking about dumb. Yes. This article says a psych. It just says a psych patient, just be. A psych patient. And he let me tell y'all what his symptoms. If I could find the article right quick, what his symptoms were. I know he had personal personalities, something like that. Let me find this article right quick. Oh man, I should have found it during the break. That's what I get for not having it up. But I'm gonna find this article right quick and tell y'all what he was diagnosed with. I know one of them was a suicidal. He was suicidal. He had multiple personality, and there was something else. There was something else. Let me see if I have this article in here. But this article just said psych patients. Girl. We all know what that means, don't we? Well, those were two of the things that he was diagnosed with. I cannot really find this article right now, and I really don't have time to find it because we got a lot of stuff to cover. We do have a lot of stuff to cover. But I have a lot more than that. Oh, so what? You didn't hear about the Indiana man that?
I'm getting your pictures going. I'm getting them as we go right now.
So okay. Looks like am I going too fast?
No, it looks like you're going backwards, like from the bottom up in one note. That's what I'm doing. So the next story.
I'm going from the top down.
No, my head is from the bottom up.
No, the 7-year-old is last. That's my happy story for the day, y'all. We just discussing business over the mic. That's my happy story for the day. I have them in order here. So y'all didn't hear about the Indiana man that hijacks the lift to make it to a family reunion. He killed a Lyft driver just so he could make it to the family reunion. Y'all didn't hear about that. Oh, y'all, these criminals, they bold with it. They bold with it. Yeah, just me. He was still able to pull him a nurse. I said he must have been fine or something. But I'm going to move on to the next story because we have a lot to go over and it's going on 2 hours. So, yes, I came across this story about this Indianapolis man that gunned down a Lyft driver before stealing his car to drive to a family function in northern Indiana. And I know my camera is not on, but you would think it was the way I'm staring at it. Say that again. Listen. An Indianapolis man gunned down a Lyft driver before stealing his car to drive to a family function in northern Indiana. Mm, mm, mm. Devin Powell, who is 24, 24, no, he killed the driver. He was arrested and charged in the homicide of the rideshare driver. The victim, identified as 34-year-old Anthony Garland, was found with a gunshot wound to his head and other gunshot wounds to his body. He was pronounced dead at the scene. No, just V, his name is not Leroy. His name is Devin Powell, 24 years old. Mm, mm, mm. This is what we are up against in these times, y'all. Like April says, mental illness is real. Mm, mm, mm. So Powell admitted to investigators that he shot Garland after using his Lyft account to call for the ride. Okay? He claimed to police that he only shot the driver because Garland tried to screw him over and take his money. He tried to screw him over and take his money. Powell alleged that Garland turned around and tried to grab money from his hand, calling the shooting self-defense multiple times. Now, was that self-defense? I wasn't there, but I don't know. It wasn't worth killing nobody over. You killed this man that came to pick you up, to take you wherever you wanted to go. You killed him. And he don't look remorseful at all to me. He confessed to dumping Garland's body on the side of the road. Mm, mm, mm. Dumped his body on the side of the road. And after stealing the guy's car, his Arcadia, his truck, he told police he bought new seat covers, vacuumed up shell casings, changed clothes, and then drove to a family function with the stolen ride. This is what we're facing these days, y'all. And is it me? Or does he not look remorseful at all? Garland was found on the side of the road and was later identified from a missing persons investigation that was also underway. His wife reported him missing the night before he was found. This is just sad. But this is what we're facing against. We always talking about devils in the white community, but there are devils in our own communities. The victim's vehicle was spotted in Maryville, Indiana, later that day, with Powell in possession of it. He was preliminarily charged with murder and robbery. Mm, mm, mm. These carjackers are getting dumber by the minute. And these criminals are getting dumber by the minute like they think they on NCIS or something. Y'all heard about the carjacker that dropped the baby off on the bypass? Dropped a 1-year-old baby off on a bypass, y'all. Oh, a 1-year-old baby. Mm, mm, mm. So, a 1-year-old baby boy was abandoned on the side of a busy road in New Orleans after his mother's SUV was carjacked at a gas station.
Like with this, I don't have that. These are stories where it's hard to find good pictures. At the top it says Robert Crime Mode.
Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. We're having some little technical difficulties right here, right now. But yeah, you could take him off the screen because we ain't talking about him no more. He can just go somewhere. Go on with your. Anyway, I don't know if y'all heard about. We're gonna do this right quick, y'all. The 1-year-old baby boy was abandoned on the side of a busy road in New Orleans after his mother's SUV was carjacked at a gas station. The infant was miraculously found unharmed, sitting near an overpass. A motorist, Brian Stewart, who I looked up and found was a brother, told station WDSU he was headed to a landfill when he spotted what he initially mistook for an object or a baby doll on the side of the road. He said as he got closer, he realized that it was a real person. And so he pulled to the side of the road, walked back, and the baby started kind of crawling towards him. So he called 911, right? Police rescued the tot and later arrested the suspect, a carjacker, 21 years old, Jonathan Perkins, in New Orleans. These carjackers, 21 years old. He now faces charges of auto theft, aggravated kidnapping of a child, and illegal possession of stolen property. Why you gonna drop the baby on the bypass? Why you gonna drop the baby on the bypass? And then, I mean, when I saw the picture, it looked like he could have sat him behind the barrier. But then again, I don't know what was behind the barrier, but he sat him in front of the barrier where the cars were coming through. Like, well, if he had sat him behind the barrier, they probably would have never found him. So, that makes sense. So, well, damn, he could have got off the bypass, off the overpass, and took him somewhere else. I don't know. But thank goodness the baby okay, right, April? Jesus. Perkins was at a Chevron gas station in Louisiana at around 11 a.m. on Wednesday when he spotted a woman fueling up her white Subaru Outback. The woman, listen, y'all, the woman momentarily left her SUV running with her son still inside to get change from the cashier. When she came back out, she found her vehicle missing. I mean, y'all, it's 2022. How come we don't know by now to lock the damn doors or grab your baby and take him with you? This is 2020 daggone too. That poor baby. Surveillance video from the area showed a man in an orange construction vest, later identified as Perkins, Jonathan Perkins, that is, 21-year-old. Sorry, y'all, we don't have the picture up. When he was walking towards the woman's Subaru, getting into the driver's side and driving away. They got him. And the baby is okay. So everybody's still talking about that Highland Park shooting. You know, we got to talk about it. The Highland Park shooting. Robert Bobby Crimo. I'm going to call him Crimo. I don't know how they pronounce it, but it looked like Crimo to me. Because he committed a crime that's just daggone thinkable. And y'all know he was disguised in women's clothes when he fled Highland Park that day. And y'all do know he was planning on going to do another shooting. I think it was in Milwaukee. He was planning on going to do another shooting. Well, it said that he had planned his attacks, or his attack, for several weeks. He wore women's clothing as a disguise so that he could escape the scene of the mass shooting where he had just killed 6 victims. Robert Crimo III, a 21-year-old local man, was arrested following an 8-hour manhunt when he was spotted driving along a highway in Illinois in his mama's car after doing all that shooting. Crimo, do you have pictures of him?
I have photos of his father.
Can you get one right quick? Please. Google him. Crimo. Was captured on video footage dressed in women's clothing so that he could blend into the crowd of panicked parade goers fleeing from the scene of the massacre. And again, we're talking about Robert Bobby Crimo, disguised in women's clothing to flee the Highland Park shooting. Photos everywhere of him dressed up like a woman. Trying to be clever, y'all. These dumb criminals trying to be clever. See, that's some NCIS stuff. That's what I'm talking about. These dumb criminals trying to be smart. He thought he was going to get away in women's clothing and nobody was not going to recognize him. Don't y'all know there are cameras everywhere? Cameras are everywhere. You can't do nothing and get away with it. It's going to catch up with you eventually. Ask Carolyn Bryant. Huh, man? So, Mr. Crimo took out an AR-15 15 styled rifle to the July 4th parade route in Highland Park, where families, friends, and local residents had gathered for Independence Day celebration. He climbed up a fire escape ladder onto the roof of a nearby store, setting up a sniper position. Y'all, this some NCIS mess over here. Yes, April is eating her spaghetti. April, you back? So listen, I've been saying, right, since this gun violence is trickling over into their communities, they're going to do something now. As long as we stay killing each other in the hood, they ain't going to do nothing. They wasn't going to do nothing as long as we kept killing one another like we do. Y'all know we do. We just keep killing one another. We ain't killing them with a gun. We killing them with our words, okay? Okay? Okay. So, as y'all can see, this ain't no brother. What you say, April?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. So, listen. We talked about how he climbed up the ladder on the roof of a nearby store, setting up a sniper position. NCIS, y'all. Around 10:14 a.m., just 14 minutes into the July 4th parade, he opened fire, unleashing a hail of more than 70 rounds of bullets into the crowd of parade goers and participants below. The 21-year-old, who officials previously mistakenly said was 22, then climbed down from the roof and hid in plain sight among the crowd, walking home to his mother's house. NCIS, y'all. It's the kind of stuff that happens on NCIS. I'm telling y'all right now. Mm, mm, mm. As well as the high-powered rifle used to carry out the attack, which was left behind at the scene, by the way.
I want to say something real fast.
Mr. Crimo, also armed with a second rifle inside of his vehicle when he was captured. He was armed with a second rifle when he was captured. Go ahead, sis.
You know, it's something with these people that got all of these doggone tattoos over them too. I just wanted to say that. These people that got tattoos all over their body, something's wrong with these people. My opinion, my thoughts, sorry.
Well, that's another thing. That's another thing the Lord told us not to do. So I don't know. Maybe he wasn't talking about him, but I know he was talking about his chosen not to be wearing tattoos and stuff. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But a search of his home has also uncovered multiple other firearms, including pistols. And people are wondering how, asking his father how he was able to get those guns. All the firearms were legally purchased across multiple locations in the nearby area and registered under his name. That's what the police said. Highland Park has a ban on assault rifles, which was put in place by the current mayor in 2013. The motive for the attack is still unknown. However, Sergeant Cavello said, or Cavelio, we're going to call him Sergeant Cove, because anyway, he said they believe that Crimo pre-planned the attack for several weeks. Officials were also questioned about whether warning signs may have been missed, as it has since emerged that Mr. Crimo posted several disturbing videos glorifying violence online prior to the attack, but His father made a failed bid for mayor, who made a failed bid for mayor of Highland Park, who you see on the screen. That's his pappy. Sorry. He lost to the current mayor, whose name is Nancy Rodden. But he is an amateur rapper. Mr. Crimo, not the father, the son, the one that did the shooting, is an amateur rapper, y'all. Mm. He goes by the name Awake the Rapper. It has more than 16,000 listeners a month on his Spotify page. That's Awake the Rapper. That's his rapping name. One music video he released glamorized school shootings, while he also shared a video of a beheading on a separate platform. Crimo is the shooter of the mass shooting, which left 6 victims dead. 5 of the victims died at the scene, while the 6th succumbed to their injuries after being rushed to the hospital. Along with the 6 victims killed, 38 people were taken to local hospitals for treatment. President Joe Biden condemned the shooting and said that it showed there was much more work to do to tackle America's gun violence, with the attack coming just weeks after 21 students and teachers were murdered in a mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas, and 10 black people were shot in a racist attack in Buffalo, New York. They don't mention the race of the children that was killed in the Uvalde shooting, do they? But they're so quick to tell you about the black people in the Buffalo. The people in the Uvalde shooting were mostly Hispanic-looking, Hispanic, you could say, I guess. But they never tell you that. I don't know why. But Just V said, now what if his rap music told him to do it? Oh. And also, I remember reading that President Joe Biden was not going to go. You know how they go to the scene, the crime scene after the shooting? He said he wasn't going to go to this one. I don't know why. I just didn't continue to follow it. Why are you laughing? Somebody laughing. We're going to take a quick break, y'all. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to be right back. Just give me a minute. Once again, we're talking about Robert Crimo, a.k.a.
Yeah, he's a nice-looking kid. Just need to remove them tattoos.
You think so?
Yeah, something about them tattoos with these kids, girl. I don't know what it is.
Okay, well, we need to take a break. Can you hold it down for me right quick?
Oh, okay. B's getting ready to take a break real fast.
I'll be right back.
Boy, we done had some stories today. But I'm going to tell you the one that stands out the most with me, April Showers, is the one where the catfish then came out the water and attacked the young boy. And see, this is why I fish at Walmart. Yeah. Well, he, you know, the picture with him in the suits and stuff, just be, you know, if he removed the tattoos, he ain't a bad looking kid. Look at the one with him in the suit. Oh, well, they removed it, but he looked nice. He looked nice in that picture. See, if he removed them tattoos, he'd look okay. The hell is that? Trees all up, growing up on your neck and stuff. Look at them. See, I'm telling you, look at that. Now he was dressed as a woman. That's probably why they had a problem catching him at first. These kids, you know, they have an identity crisis, identity issues, because we throwing it in their face like it's okay to do this. So you got kids experimenting and doing anything. This poor kid probably all messed up.
I'm telling you, these criminals are getting more clever, y'all. They're getting clever. They think they're clever. Dumb criminals. Look, this is some NCIS mess. This is some
Oh
NCIS
yeah, honey, we
mess.
watch CSI, Criminal Minds, every
Woo!
city, NCIS, cold case. They watching everything.
Yes. I want to talk about the dad. I want to go back to the dad for a minute because the dad, uh, um, he told the Washington Post that his son talked about a mass shooting in Denmark the night before, allegedly launching his own massacre. And the dad washed his hands of any guilt over how the suspect got his gun. So the father, he's Robert Crimo Jr., because the son is the third. This is Junior, who has April, one of R. Kelly's lawyers, to better
Oh yeah,
claim
Steve
that he
Greenberg.
helped.
Steve
That he
Greenberg, he defended. Steve Greenberg. Now,
yeah, got him.
I lost myself.
That
Hello.
he helped his
He might come
mentally
arrest me.
he helped his mentally disturbed kids by guns. So he went and got one of R. Kelly's lawyers, said that the night before the shooting, he and his son, Robert Crimo III. Now look, I don't know if that's how they pronounce their last name, but since it was such a horrific crime, I'm gonna call him Crimo. Robert Crimo III discussed the 22-year-old Danish man who shot and killed three people at a mall Copenhagen. Outside of Copenhagen, right? Like him and his son talked about this the night before. They talked about it, and the son was like, "Yeah, that guy is an idiot." And the father said that's what his son said when they was talking about it. That guy's an idiot. The dad recalled his son saying of the Denmark shooter. The father said his son added, "People like that commit mass shootings to amp up the people that they want to ban all guns or something." He said, "I don't even know. I don't know what that was." And so, oh, did I just do that? And so, the father sponsored the application 3 months after his son was labeled a clear and present danger by authorities for threatening to kill relatives in 2019. Mm, mm, mm. Also, like I mentioned before, the father is a local mayoral candidate who used to run a neighborhood sandwich shop, has faced a wave of criticism for sponsoring his son's gun license application, which allowed the son to buy four guns, including his alleged sleigh weapon, before age 21. That's the father. He's junior, because the one that did the shooting is the third, Robert Crimo the third. This is his father. The shooter is okay. We're gonna call the shooter Bobby. That's Bobby Daddy right there. That's Bobby Daddy. Uh, whew. The incident, which led police to briefly confiscate a sword, a dagger, 15 knives from the shooter's home, was just a childish outburst, and the knives were just a collection. That's what the father told the Post. He said, I used to collect coins and baseball cards. Well, your coins and your baseball cards ain't gonna kill nobody unless they try to eat it. I don't know. Maybe if somebody throw the coin and hit you in the throat, and I don't know. This man, your son collected swords, knives. That's far from baseball cards. Mm, mm, Boy, people would say anything to make excuses for their children. I'm not saying he's making excuses, but that's what it sounds like to me. I don't know about y'all, but that's what it sounds like to me. Well, I'm going to end my show with some good news for a damn change. Y'all heard about the little 7-year-old boy that saved his classmate from choking? The little baby saved the other baby, y'all. The little baby saved his classmate from choking. Y'all, that's some good news for a change.
Woo! Glory, because I'm going to tell you, boy, if you consume all of this stuff, it's been a rough week on me too. You know, I was
After
sitting there,
all,
I was saying finally good news. You know, I just wanted to talk to the audience for a minute.
go ahead, sis.
I was really messed up this week. You know, thinking about them. Well, first of all, Jalen Walker over there in Ohio, you know, them officers just shooting him down like a dog. And then the kids that got up and the families, no matter what race they are, that got up to go to a parade.
Right.
And this is what, you know, they had to witness. So see, this type of trauma, and it's a lot of people in America that has been traumatized by these school shootings. Now we don't know how these people are going to grow up. We pray they get the healing that they need and cope and overcome this stuff.
I read a story where an 8-month-old baby lost both of her parents right in front of her.
Right. So childhood trauma, we don't know what this is going to do. You see something like this happen, I mean, they're going to need a lot of therapy and a lot of love. But like I say, you know, we've had people that has been witness people get murdered all across the United States of America. In the hood, some people see this every day. Friends get shot and killed.
Yeah.
And I hope that y'all go seek counseling and you know ask your higher power to clear your mind of any negative thoughts. That's all I want to say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let's talk about it. 7-year-old that saved his something happened, you know, saved his friend, his classmate from choking. New York elementary school student who's 7 years old saves choking classmate with the Heimlich maneuver. I don't even know how to do the Heimlich maneuver. I need to learn now. I'm telling you. David Diaz, I don't. I need to learn. David Diaz Jr., a second grader from Woodrow Wilson Elementary School in Binghamton, New York. He stepped into action when he noticed that his friend had begun choking on pizza at school. He saved his classmate's life during lunch by the Heimlich maneuver. While the teachers were off checking all the students, they weren't close to him, close to where this happened. They was checking, other students, So he said he learned the life-saving move from The Good Doctor, a TV medical drama he'd been watching with his father, David Diaz Sr., during the last year. So he learned how to do the Heimlich maneuver from watching a show with his father on TV. The Heimlich maneuver I'm telling you, because I'll say helmet maneuver in a minute. The Heimlich maneuver, also known as an abdominal thrust, is a first aid procedure in which a person must apply pressure between someone else's navel and rib cage in order to dislodge an obstruction in the victim's windpipe, according to the National Library of Medicine. Mhm. People can perform the Heimlich maneuver on themselves or others in the event of choking. Davis' bravery was recognized when Binghamton City School District Superintendent Dr. Tanya Thompson and New York State Senator Fred Askshaw paid him a visit. He was presented with a New York State Senate Commendation Award for his heroic deed. David need a hand. Yes, David.
All right. Awesome.
Yes. Shout out to David Diaz Sr. and David Diaz Jr. Maybe, who knows? Future doctor? Who knows? But I just had to throw something in there, y'all. After all that bad news, had to throw something in there. Look at him. He was awarded. He was presented with a New York State Senate Commendation Award for his heroic deed. Learn how to do the Heimlich maneuver by watching it on TV. The Good Doctor. I got to check that show out.
The Good Doctor is a great show.
Yeah.
Out in the top, autistic guy who's a doctor. Oh yeah, it's great. Comes on Channel 7 on Sundays.
Oh, I got to check it out then.
Like I say, our seasons when we grew up for TV was when school started and school ended. Now a season is from September to December, January to May or June. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird, yeah. So, we went over 25 minutes. We usually end the show at two hours, but I am so thankful for you guys that tuned in to listen. Shout out to Just V for hanging in there with us. I want to shout out DJ Pete the Greek for coming in, sliding through. I want to shout out who else was in this chat room? The Queen. Queen came through. Everybody that came through. I just want to thank y'all for, like I said before, helping my channel grow. I'm hoping to bring some fresh stuff to you guys in the near future. The channel is growing and I'm thankful. I'm thankful because it's not easy. Shout out to Kate Curtis that came through. He was at work listening. I am a Queen Newton. Thank you for sliding through. I really appreciate it. I do. Anything you want to say before we shut this thing down, sis?
I just want to say thank y'all for supporting us. Thank everybody that hit that like button. Please like and share and subscribe to B Sparrow Talk. We want to try to get her to 1K by the end of August. That's our goal, and we're going to meet that goal.
We're definitely going to meet that goal. We might even get it before August. Wait, I don't know about that, but I thank you for hopping on the panel with me, April. I really appreciate it and all your support. I really do appreciate everything that you do over here for BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. Let me give my sister April a hand because, man, she be helping me out a lot. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I appreciate
it. You are always, you are number one supporter Oh, you know what? I need your address so I can send you a coffee cup.
Hey.
You got to inbox me your address so I can send you a coffee cup.
Who you talking to, Just V?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Inbox me your address, Just V, so I can send you.
So yes, y'all, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and end the show with one song. Since you like this song, April, I think I'm gonna play it again.
Oh yeah,
Strange Fruit.
some good Hebrew music that she plays. Again, let me tell y'all, stop fishing. Go to Walmart and fish. Okay? These catfish are attacking people. Go to Walmart and fish.
Yep.
I got you. Go to Walmart and fish, people. True story. Catfish are attacking people.
Yep. And they are venomous. And it's hard to tell which ones are venomous over here in North America. So y'all be careful with them catfish. All right, sis. I'm gonna go and hop on down and get my day started.
I'm listening on YouTube. That's why I was commenting.
Okay. We're gonna let this Strange Fruit song play. Y'all have a great day. If you honor the Sabbath, have a great Sabbath. It's your girl, B Sparrow Talk, BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. Y'all holler at me sometimes. Okay? Okay.
Southern trees bear strange fruit, brown the leaves, blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree. Pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouths, scent of magnolia, so sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun, for the sun to run, for the trees to draw, the trees to draw. Strange strange and bigger.
BuzzzTweet Radio. You're listening to